Hi, Aries Collective. Welcome to the first of the signed readings I have decided to do. I told you guys I was going to do it, and here I am. All right, so the layout for this is going to be, we're going to look at the first half of the zodiacal 2026. So starting with April, May, June. So April, Aries, May, Taurus, June, Gemini. We'll pull 3 cards for each of these. And then we're going to do July, Cancer, August, Leo, and September, Virgo. So that is how we're going to go about it. Now, as I mentioned before, if this doesn't resonate with you, it can be past, present, or future energy, because we are pulling on, we're trying to get a forward-looking view into 2026. I've asked my spirit guides to try to make this a continuous storyline. So inevitably, it will go into somewhat of the past. That's just how tarot works, because we're on a continuous storyline. So if we're looking into the future, it does involve things in the past. So you still have time to redirect energies and set a new course of action for yourselves. But if the messages don't resonate here, couple things. I would say take some time and maybe come back to this reading in like September. See if it doesn't resonate with you in a different way then, because these can be so detailed or so overarching that it doesn't make sense now, but it will make sense in the future when hindsight is 2020. Also, second thing is I would say look at, if this message doesn't resonate with you, try looking into your sun or your rising and moon signs. And if you don't know what those are, I have posted a link over at New World Angel under education where you can do a free birth chart reading. You do need to know your exact time and place of birth in order for it to be accurate, but it will give you, a determination of what those signs are. So your rising, moon, and sun. Most people just look at their sun, but in order to get a full view, I would say look at all 3. And then come back to all 3 at the end of the 6 months here in September and see if they don't resonate with you in some sort of way. It might not resonate with you at all. My collective is very small, and so by the time this channel grows, then possibly I hadn't picked up on your energy just yet. So that can be a thing. But let's go ahead and get into it. This is not going to be an extended. Let me know if you like these, though. I do want feedback on that. So where we're going to get started is I'm going to pull from the Philosopher's deck. I want this to be an overarching message that you can continuously come back to and think about as you move along these next 6 months. So let's make this a very applicable message and storyline for my Aries collective for this 2026. I always resonated with my rising sign more so than my sun sign in any sort of signed readings. Always resonated with Leo more than I did with Gemini. So that can be the case for you, or you might resonate with your moon sign more so than you do anything else. We say those first 3 signs, your sun, rising, and moon, only because those are the most prevalent. But that's not to say you don't want to look at some of the other smaller signs. I listen to them all, but that's just me. Okay. What can give us a good message for Aries? Aries collective. Cards are being weird today. What is the long-term vision I have for my life? Okay, so these aren't like, this is not just like a specific reading. I mean, this is like this is a lot that you're dealing with. Okay, what is the long-term vision I have for my life? How can I use this vision to help me navigate my setbacks and impatience with more neutrality? How can I use this vision to help me navigate my setbacks and impatience with more neutrality? What's the long-term vision for my life? Maybe you're feeling a little lost and scattered right now. Let's see. Let's see, for Aries' birthday month in April, or possibly you could be like a late March. Late March, April, Aries, yeah. Where do we want to go? We're going to do herbal. Okay. What can Aries, what sort of energies is Aries going to be dealing with in April? I just kind of get a sense like, because Aries are so forward moving, the impatience part is going to be a hard thing for you to deal with. So really managing to that. Like the more clearer your vision can be, I think the better off you'll be for the rest of the year. Like sort of knowing what your direction is, but then moving towards it slowly with a thoughtfulness, not just like going to go because you have a vision all of a sudden. What can Aries expect in April, their birthday month? Happy early birthday, Aries. I should have said that to Aquarius. I apologize. We are in February. It's already their birthday month. Medicine wheel. This is healing. It's also changing of the tides. You're certainly in a place of like are you on the top or the bottom of the wheel? Maybe it feels like that for you come April. Like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen with my future? Yeah, how can I use this vision to help me navigate my setbacks and impatience with more neutrality? So maybe you're going to start to feel change come April in regards to the direction that you want to take. Like, yeah, I just get like embarking upon something new. You're going to make a decision. Possibly leaving something that just wasn't healthy for you. Like by you making this decision and moving in a different direction in April, you won't feel so cynical about the future. Yeah, it'll give you drive, forward momentum. But there's a need to keep that momentum. Just because you have a vision, like I said, doesn't mean you can go full steam ahead. So there's a level of restraint, neutrality. Yeah. Keeping your wits about you. And by doing so, that will turn the wheel even faster and for good things to come your way. So maybe you're currently going through a lot of setbacks and it's causing you to be impatient. Just know that the tides are changing come this spring. And a direction will be set for you then. All right, so then what do we have going on in May? What sort of energies do we take into May? Or at least I kind of feel like in April, you'll get a sense of like how things are progressing. And at that point in time, you'll make a decision, like based on sort of how things are manifesting in your world, you know? If you're like, just for instance, I've been in this job and, you know, for the past few months, I thought it was going to provide me X, Y, and Z, only for it to not be that way. And so then that then sets your next course of action and for good karmas to roll in. Nine of Swords. Don't be fearful about it though in May. You might feel as though like you've done the wrong thing or said the wrong thing. Fear about whether or not you have made the wrong decision, or like, can you overcome maybe where you're at? But either way, you're going to be confronted with the fear of loss. 9, 12, 3. Yeah, upheaval and change. Maybe you're just deciding that whatever you have been doing just isn't right for you anymore. And that you have to make the decision in May to move forward for yourself, like to leave behind. I get whatever you do in April, though, you're going to wonder if it was the right thing or not, like for you and the other person in May. It's going to leave you, it's going to hurt. But so long as like you're doing it for you and it's the right thing and it's truthful, then I think you'll get past sort of being up in your head and sleepless nights. Yeah, like you're gonna see, like the light is still there. Maybe just because like you're not with somebody. Maybe you're the type of person that like you just like to be in a relationship. And you want that person there. but maybe they're not there, or you've made the decision to, to have them not be there, and you're wondering if that was the right decision or not. And I'm here to say that, like, go back to the reasons why you have made the decision, So long as you're thoughtful about your approach and why you're moving in a certain direction come this spring, I think May, even though it might be hard in the beginning, like, you will then realize that you'll very quickly realize that it was the right thing to do. So then in June, I'm excited about this June energy because I feel like that sets you free. Now, granted, everyone heals at a different rate than others, but we can only hope that the trajectory would be in June that, like, it sets you free. So what happens for Aries come June? Yeah, I just kind of get that, like, karma will tell you what you need to leave behind this spring. And don't be fearful about breaking hearts so long as it's right for you, Otherwise, you're going to break your own heart. So, what can our dear Aries expect in June? Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is discerning, observant, watches, listens carefully. That's the impatience. You're going to feel impatient. Especially regarding all the setbacks. Hold on. Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, Seven of Swords. Yeah, you're going to be viewing. You're just going to be watching the reaction and, like, having a little bit more insight into your reaction when change does occur, especially around what was said in the past. Hold on. That's a lot of swords energy. That's a lot of mental confliction. Hold, please. Yeah. What I just get, there's a transformation that's going to occur this summer for you. Spring going into summer. A transformation of, like, your approach to relationships and your approach to yourself and choosing yourself. In regards to like setbacks and impatience, so maybe like you're impatient to get something off the ground, but then you're gonna see how things take off and transform, how words can transform your thoughts, both speaking and non-verbally too. I just get a lot of change. You possibly could be moving come this summer. Secretly? I don't know. Maybe you have a change in mind, a move in mind, and like you're just sort of being quiet about it. I don't know. Definitely a move though. Or movement. Okay. Let's see. What can Aries expect in July? What's the main energies in July for our Aries? Whatever you initiate, like now through spring, you're going to want to move. Whether that's a physical move or like movement in your life. And I'm not saying that like no happy times will be had just because these are cards that are the most relevant and prevalent energies. Like certainly you will have happy days, but I think the overarching message here is like movement forward and like your ability to probably want to move faster than what things are. So what happens in July for our dear Aries? July, we begin anew. I kind of feel like you're reborn in July. Like you've worked through a lot of this transitionary energy and like loss and heartache. And you kind of set yourself a new course, like a new adventure. Maybe even like you decide to take a vacation. Either way, like you're packing your bags and you're just like getting on with it. Yeah, definitely good adventure. Starting over, starting fresh. That's great energy. Now, the one thing to ward against is that once you do work through this, as an Aries, you need to temper this because you, out of all people, can absolutely be like gone with the wind, you know, like whatever comes your way, you're like, blah, I'm going that way because that's what I want and it sounds awesome. Okay. Impatience about just wanting to move because of where you've come from. You're going to want to grab onto this so freaking fast and just like get out of Dodge. But chill for a second. Chill. Oh, hold please. Four of Wands. I think you are moving. High Priestess. July, are you wanting to... I think you already see this coming. You foresee a move this summer. Like a new beginning, a new home, a new foundation, a new support system. Yeah, you already see this happening. You know it's coming for you. Okay, well then in August, what can you expect? Again, with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, good things coming. Yes. Ah, you are going to love this summer. You're going to take that leap of faith on this move that you already foresee for yourself. And possibly whatever offer you place, like, you're going to win. And then it's going to give you, like, you're no longer going to be like in a stagnant position. Like, you'll feel like you have a different perspective of things. Like, this move will be your everything. It's going to feel so good. What a way to round out the summer. We love this energy for you, Aries. So get ready for a move. I know right now, like, the stagnancy and like being in your head and like wanting to do something but like can't or whatever. This is the year where that energy shifts. You have two Wheel of Fortune. So maybe you feel like you're on the bottom of that wheel right now. Well, get ready because change is afoot. And we love that for you. So then September, let's round this out. Spirit, get them excited about what September brings for them. Oh, you're going to be so excited about this new beginning. It's going to insert so much life and like passion into you that it's going to bring you out of the cold. You might feel like, I hope you don't get housebroke, so don't like overstep your bounds with this, but like, it is the passion that you have by this move will overcome any sort of feelings of being on the outskirts of society or being like outcasted or just like not worthy of good things. Yes. And that's going to make you feel, that's going to make you feel so whole. It's going to make you feel like a whole person again. Like, I did this for myself and I feel so good about it. What a fucking way to round out this reading for you, Aries. And then once you do create this new beginning for yourself and you feel so healed and so whole, if you want a relationship or a healthy partnership, then you have all the tools that you need in order to do it. But that's what I mean about like this energy. Don't just full steam ahead into like, oh my God, I love this house. But then like not take into account like, you know, the maintenance. Maybe you can manage the monthly payments, but can you manage the maintenance that goes along with it? You know, like, so we don't want you to be house broke to where like your emergency funds are all gone, because that's not cool either. So, oh my gosh, well, we love this energy for Aries. Get excited. You're gonna have a very robust summer, I believe. So don't let your impatience overcome you by the time summer rolls around and like you get the green light to make a move forward. Temper that. That is your tasks. All right. Well, I hope this was helpful. I hope it gets you excited. And I will see you guys again real soon. Okay.